What's up, everybody? It's your boy Serpent 20 Gaming, back with another video. Oh man, the bullshit just don't seem to end. Y'all probably be like, "Yo, what are you talking about, man?" Man, listen. Now, something that's like plain old English, right? Someone that can actually just Google a definition of, and you should possibly could figure out what the hell that term is even meaning, right? So again, what the hell am I talking about? People don't know what the fuck uncompromised mean. People don't know what the fuck native means. People don't know what the fuck exclusive mean. So, you know, the exclusive term, like, that's been going on for a minute. And again, I try not to say nothing because I'm like, I want to believe people are not this dumb. People are not this stupid, right? Even I feel like a 6-year-old would know what the hell exclusive means. You know what I mean? Now we get into these new terms. It's a console exclusive. Now it's a company exclusive, whether it's a Sony or Microsoft. I'm just like, listen, man. Pretend you were a celebrity. Pretend you was a big time celebrity. Let's say some drama bullshit happened and nobody knows nothing about it. You know you didn't come out in public trying to defend yourself, nothing like that. Let's say you was in hiding for like 7-8 months, maybe a year. Then you decide to finally come out and be like, now I want to tell you my story on why this is it. And then the first person to actually interview that person, they get the exclusive because you ain't gonna find it nowhere else, right? The only show that's gonna have that interview, that's an exclusive. Only one person can get it. So what's the definition of exclusive? Now, take it out of that context and put it into actual terms. You can't get it anywhere else but on that one thing. So when we're talking about video games, an exclusive means it's only going to come out on that one platform. You can't get it anywhere else. If it's on more than one, then it's a multi-plat. PC is a platform, whether people want to believe it or not. It's a platform. So if it comes out on a console, but also on PC, it's no longer an exclusive. The word console exclusive should be removed from gamers' memory banks, gamers' their so-called dictionaries in their brains. You should remove that term out of the equation because if it's on more than one platform, it's not an exclusive. Now that I got that off my chest, because that's been months, right? Now we gotta lean on to this other term of uncompromised. Now, when Microsoft came out to discuss the Scorpio, someone said that they were they try to term it as they trying to make it into a goal and not actual fact. I'm not sure if that's true because I kind of forgot. I want to believe that Phil spent, either it was Phil or Aaron, one of them two, probably said that that was their goal in mind. But I doubt that they said goal. But I'm gonna have to double check on that. For those who know, let me know in the comments. But I don't think it was a goal. I think that's what they were trying to demand to say, oh, well, our new console, even though we can't talk about it yet, even though we only gave you a light touch on the specs, we don't really, we want to give you 4K 60 uncompromised. Now, people are starting to like make up all these speculations like, well, they mean that from a console in and blah blah blah. No, they're trying to make it seem like they're matching PC with PC. Like our console is trying to fit that agenda so you don't have to go and go to the other platform, which will probably be the PlayStation Pro, because they're planning on doing 4K, but none of them said native, mind you. The PlayStation meeting was a few days ago. I just recently watched it 2 days ago prior. 2 days after, wait, no, the day after the fact. And they never said native. I think the only thing they said native about was the Last of Us remastered. That would probably be one of their flagship games that's going to run native 4K, but we don't know the frames. I think it's 30. I want to believe it's 30 because I don't think they could do 60, because there are even some PC guys saying that even though they can play at 4K, they're compromising to get that 4K. Me personally, I don't own a PC that can like run, you know, high-end games and stuff like that. But if you have to compromise something, then the 4K thing is not worth it. You know what I mean? Like, people think I was crazy that I prefer the 1080-60. I'd rather have 1080-60 knowing that the frame rate is going to be great. There might be a few dips here and there. Usually the few dips here and there, like even if it's like by 2 frames, 5 frames, the shit don't really bother me if it's 60, because we're so used to playing 30 FPS. So if a 60 FPS game drops to like 50, that's just not gonna bother me. But if a 30 FPS game dropped like that, then yeah, then we're gonna have problems. Like, I don't want it below 30. If they can lock it at 30, I'm happy. I'm content. We should be so used to doing that. Outside of PC players, of course, we should be doing that anyway. Now, uncompromised means that it's native, right? Native means that it was born with that. It was there from the start. They didn't have to tweak shit, you know. So upscaling, which is probably like a 1 tier down from native, it's an upgrade type of thing where they scale it up to make it barely touch the surface of 4K, but it's not true. Native from the start. Now, remember what I said from the term 4K, right? Uncompromised. This is what Microsoft is trying to promise, or quote unquote, not even sure if it's true or not. This is what their goal is, right? Now, I know they said it. I watched the conference. I know they said it. I just don't know if they said the word goal in that statement. So with that being said, you motherfuckers need to understand that stop making up these stupid ass terms. Stop changing it up to fit your fucking argument. Because all you're doing is sounding dumb. You're sounding retarded. Then you're making the rest of us who actually got a brain look that much more dumb, because the overall people go look at us like we're just some bunch of retards that just making up words just to fit arguments, just to try to win over a generation that may seem to be impossible if they're truly trying to compete with PC, knowing PC is always going to be ahead of console gamers. That's just fact. No matter how you slice it, you know, even though I personally don't prefer not to play on PC, I prefer the closed box of consoles. The only way I would actually play on PC is if consoles are dead. And the way, and I feel like the way the media is going right now with this bullshit of power, and pushing people to buy 4K HDR TVs just to get the full mind-blowing experience. And you know what I mean, and HDR just recently came out within the next, like, from like last year or so obviously TVs and shit like that still is expensive. You know, a lot of people don't have money like that. People have jobs, people have lives, people got families. all this other shit. You know, all that shit is into account. Like, not everybody's growing up on YouTube to be like having that guap to go buy a TV outright and be like, all right, I'm good, I'm straight. Now I just need the consoles. And nah, like, it doesn't even work like that. And that's why when I said that, what I said in my last video, I'm skipping the generation, like or the mid generation. Chances are, though, I might be picking up the Pro, but I'm not sure if I'm ever going to pick up the Scorpio. And here's why: because they're selling that shit at a premium. They're trying to sell you 4K, quote unquote, native, uncompromised with 60 frames per second. Now, if PC players are saying that they getting graphics cards that cost them like $1,200 to $1,500, and it's still not giving them what Microsoft claiming that they can promise us with closed box consoles, right? Now, PC, the elitists, the master race motherfuckers, they're telling us if they came and get the shit on compromise, what makes you think a closed box will? Now, there's been speculation saying that they're going to be getting graphics cards that's not even out yet. But now you have to understand now because if this is true, it's going to be a brand new graphics card, right? Brand new shit. And we all know brand new shit costs a lot. You have to wait for that shit to die down for them to reduce that price. Premium price. Now, I know a lot of your Xbox motherfuckers, all y'all motherfuckers are say, oh, it's $400, $500, just like the original Xbox One. No, it's premium, because if it wasn't premium, he would have mentioned the price at E3 or at least Gamescom. But no, he didn't release no damn price, right? He said premium, which we're expecting at least $700-800 at the least. If it's supposed to come with all this greatness, all this goodness, because y'all motherfuckers kept bitching about power. And a little history lesson, man. Consoles that were competing with each other, that seemed to have the more power, they never sold well. And you would be like, oh, damn, well, Devon, what do you mean by that? Shoot, like, peep this. Dreamcast versus PS2. Dreamcast had a lot to offer, right? PS2 only had maybe a DVD player, but they had PS2 had games. Now, don't get me wrong. I love Dreamcast. I love their games and stuff like that. I really wish that console would have continued on, but you see how that went, right? Dreamcast probably was the first that actually had the online thing with the dial up and all that shit and broadband and whatnot. You know what I mean? They had to scrap that project, and some of them and peep this. I just recently watched an interview with Peter Moore, who used to work for Sega and jumped over to EA, and he was talking with Ryan McCaffrey and all that, and this was uncensored according to the title. Uncensored meaning he can talk freely. He had no restrictions, right? He said that, look, Xbox, Microsoft saw what Sega Dreamcast was trying to do and implemented that idea into their brand, which was now Xbox Live today, right? You would think that the powerful console would come out and be like, oh yeah, we dominate, but no, they flopped. Then the people will jump ship, moved on to different projects, more likely Microsoft, because Microsoft picked them up, whatever. Next thing you know, Xbox Live came out. Now 360, right? I'm going to jump ahead to the 360 PS3. PS3 was supposed to be the powerful console, right? It's supposed to be the powerful console, but guess what happened? It failed at launch. Why? Because of that fucking $599. $600. Nobody was gonna buy $600. They didn't care. It came with a Blu-ray player. It failed. Right? Now, I give it credit because 360 was running in the lead between these two consoles now. Not even talking about the Wii. But I'm gonna tie that in the end, right? The 360 was dominating, better online. Now that's been proven now that Xbox Live is better than PSN, which we all knew this. True gamers know this. It's just the retards that don't. But that's here or there, right? It was dominating the market. It had the games. It actually had the games that people were going to go buy and support, multiple genres and all that, me included. That's why when I had my PS3, I didn't love it till the later half when the better games came out. I didn't care for it, and I didn't even buy the $600 model. I bought I believe the $420 model. I had the 40 gig. So I didn't really care. I only bought this shit for exclusive only anyway. All my multiplats was 360 Chrome. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Now you see how this shit runs. You see how this shit is going to work, right? The most powerful console had the highest price and didn't do so well because of that price. And it took them to make slims up the ass. It took them to make better games, better first party. It took them to really like give away games for free. Well, not free when they put out the PS Plus prescription, because that was an option at the time. It wasn't like a they didn't force that down our throats yet. You know what I mean? That was an option. Oh, you get the discounts and you get the a free game here and there, that type of shit. Right? It lost that generation. 362. It lost the generation. Xbox never won a generation. That's fact. Fact. You don't believe me? Look that shit up. I'm telling you. And now we step into this gen, right? The PS4, the Xbox One, right? Xbox shot themselves in the foot with the DRM. Fucked themselves up, right? Not only that, lying about Connect, saying how you need that. You need it. It was a necessity, right? $100 difference, but you need it, right? Turns to find out you don't need that shit. Yeah, the UI at first, it was hard to look for shit. Like I glad when I got mine, the fucking Connect was helping me finding settings and all that. Home screen was atrocious. It's a fucking mess. Don't give a fuck what y'all think. It's my opinion. Say what the fuck I want. And that's how it is. That's how it's going to be. But I'm just telling you guys, man, Xbox never won a generation. And I supported this shit, right? I supported the brand. I had an OG Xbox. I had a 360, and I have an Xbox One. Not sure if I'm getting the S. Might skip on the S. Now, if the Scorpio turns out to be a next gen console, then yeah, obviously I'm gonna have to pick it up because it's a next gen console. It's gonna do a generational leap. But if it's still mid gen, I'm not buying it. I'll wait. I'm happy with the one I got. As long as they don't leave me behind, as long as my shit don't become obsolete, I'm happy. Which, again, they said on record, they're not leaving nobody behind. Everybody's within the same ecosystem, blah, blah, blah. All that goodness. UWP, all that goodness, right? Yeah, that's it. That's all I wanted to say. I wanted to make this shit short and sweet. Stop hating on the PS4 Pro. right? They coming out the gate. Yes, they don't have enough teraflops to match up with the fucking Scorpio. But look, they gotta have a 15-month head start of the. They starting. They're the captain of the flagship that is upscaling 4K. You know, not, and we don't know if it's gonna push 30, 60, higher, way lower. Just don't know yet. That's why I'm on the wait and see fence. I'm on that. I'm on the wait. See y'all dumb fuckers get that day one. Then see y'all fucking bitch about it day two. And then see y'all fucking trade that shit in within day 5, week 2, because the games ain't gonna come out great with it. You know, people's gonna be, and I'm telling you, this is a reason why the devs are just gonna be fucking lazy. They're not gonna make it 4K upscale unless it's an indie developer, which I feel like the indie devs show more promise than the AAA ones, which is sad. It's fucking sad. Like, the indies are more hungry, so they want you to like their shit. So they're gonna push that shit. They're gonna push the engine. They're gonna push the graphics. They're gonna push everything they need to push in that game to get you to like it, to get you to try it, to get you to buy it. The AAA ones, they're like, oh, well, they're automatic. They're sheep. They're going to buy it anyway. No matter what garbage we put out there, man. Look at No Man's Sky, right? An indie dev being published by Sony, right? Turn out garbage. And I felt like August was the perfect month for them because it was a new IP. Summer is usually the time we get drought. I took that time to finish up games in my backlog, right? Games I bought or I didn't have it touched, or games that I bought and I touched it lightly, but I didn't get well too in depth because it was just many other games that was coming out, blah, blah, blah. I waited. I'm like, all right, this is the perfect month. I have a whole month because I didn't care about Deus Ex because I didn't play the first one, so I didn't care about the second. If it was following a storyline, like you know what I mean, I don't like playing games sequels like that if I haven't even touched on the first. You know what I mean? At least a little bit. And usually I try to give sequels a chance, especially if I haven't played the first one, nothing like that. But from the way that game was looking, I was like, nope, skip. And mind you, I don't care about fucking graphics. That doesn't bother me. It's the frame rates. The frame rates I feel like is more important. I want a smoother experience. I don't want no laggy bullshit. And people who checked out my Forza Horizon, my 360 version, my back compat version of it, you see the dips on that, right? You see the skips, you see the lag on that. I barely want to touch that game. I'm just basically showing these people, look, this is the shit you get for free. You know what I mean? That's why I'm glad I got it for free. I'm glad I didn't even bought that shit. I had people wanting me to play that shit and pay for it. I'm like, nope, nope, nope. And then I took it as an opportunity. Oh, it's with Games with Gold. All right, download it, play it. Look what that shit doing. Bugs. Digital Foundry did a video on it because there's so many people saying, yo, please do a video about this buggy bullshit. And they're talking about they didn't come out. They couldn't find the bugs in their gameplay, their game walkthrough and shit. So I just shook my head at that. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, yo. He gets a perfect copy, but we got the shitty copy. And he did the same thing I did, basically downloaded with Games with Gold and all that. It's fucking retarded, but I know I'm going off. I think it's a rant. I might retitle this video, but yeah, just to throw it out there. You guys need to stop making up new fucking terms just to fit your fucking argument because it's bullshit. It's wrong, and y'all just sound stupid by doing it. If anybody could just make up terms of how they like it, how they see fit, we wouldn't have a language because One word can mean multiple meanings. A sentence can mean a life or death situation. You got to figure out what the term means and all this shit, because we all know the real term, but because of you guys doing the spin-off version of your own terms, it confused people. So stop with the bullshit, man. We all know what uncompromised means. It means without tweaking, without touching it. You're going to get it natively, right? Now, PC players, correct me if I'm wrong, right? When you guys get a game and y'all want to tweak performance, right? You usually have to compromise with your when you want the 4K, right? You might have to you know, tune down some shading and shit like that. Uh, if you want better frame rates, you have to lower your resolution, or you're sacrificing frame rates just to get that high quality. Am I right? Am I wrong? Just let me know in the comments, man. Hit me up. It's your boy, Serpent 20 Gaming. I'm out. Peace.